Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Now, even before they start expropriating land without compensation, which is clearly going to benefit the well-connected politicians and bureaucrats who will make out their business plans and just be given large tracts of arable land, which they'll probably just let go to rack and ruin. But even before that scenario starts in South Africa, land has been expropriated already, and there's been a huge fraud going on that Ramaphosa has known about since March last year. Don't believe me? Well, here's the proof. The land reform in South Africa is experiencing its own share of statewide fraud and corruption bedeviling the country. This is millions of rands was looted in what appeared to be an organized fraud. A more astonishing fact is that the incumbent president, Cyril Ramaphosa, allegedly knew about this fraud way back in March. Now, let us not forget that Ramaphosa was one of the beneficiaries outed in that recent inquiry on state capture. And I'm just trying to find Agrisi, I think his name is, the fellow Agrisi in his document, and I'll be talking about that later today. In his document, he actually names Ramaphosa as one of the beneficiaries of a large amount of money or bribe money that was given to him. So Ramaphosa is on the take. There's no question about that. Anyway, getting back to this land reform story. In a revealing report for the Special Investigative Unit, or SIU, they have uncovered a huge network of fraud relating to land reform projects in South Africa, casting a shadow over the future of the ANC's land distribution plans. As Business Day reports, the investigation turfed up 42 names involved in the fiasco, including prominent government officials. It said that millions of rands of illicit payments were handed out to beneficiaries and farms which did not meet the grant's criteria. They had no right to receive this funding, but they still ended up on the receiving end. Fraud on an enormous scale has been uncovered in the land reform program, in which government officials handed out farms and millions in grants to beneficiaries who did not qualify. The details are contained in a report by the SIU, which recommended that 42 people, including the government officials, be prosecuted for fraud and corruption linked to land scams. Business Day obtained the report this week through a promotion to access to information application. It was handed to President Cyril Ramaphosa in March 2018. So there you have it. Corruption on a grand scale. Now, there's all this talk about giving land to impoverished Africans, black Africans, so that they can build a nice little house and they can have a place to stay and maybe have electricity and maybe have water and blah, 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 blah. Just imagine if all those billions of rands, rather than being put into the back pockets of senior politicians and senior bureaucrats, imagine if that money had been allocated to housing for the impoverished black Africans. I reckon every African in South Africa would have a home by now. But no, that money is now languishing in their bank accounts as an escape card when things go pear-shaped in South Africa. And it's probably offshore as well. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and have a great evening. Take care.